Because we did an interview last week with your trainer, Glenn Rushton, and Glenn Rushton's obviously not happy about a few things that obviously happened over there. A lot of the feedback we're getting on our channel from Mexico is Mexicans believe that you won that fight.
Yeah, I mean, I've had hundreds of messages from Mexicans telling me they're now fans, telling me, some of them saying I'm a Munguia fan, some of them have even said I had money on Munguia and you've won that fight. You know, most of them are saying 8 rounds to 4, but I definitely won it. And, you know, obviously it's nice to hear, but it's disappointing at the same time because it reminds you of what went down. But at the same time, you know, I also got to extend out to Munguia a bit. I feel bad because I've looked at his social media and he's getting a lot of bad backlash and bad publicity from his own people over that. But he's got the chance now to write that and then rematch me next, which is what we're really working towards, and we're hoping he decides to do that. Because if not, I mean, you know, those comments stand for themselves. I think in terms of him and his legacy, he wants to get that.
And Golden Boy Promotions, they're not scared of a rematch. Obviously, with Golovkin and Canelo, they did the first one. It was obviously a little bit sceptical who won that. Yeah. And Oscar and Eric were pretty keen to do a rematch. So, you know, for Golden Boy Promotions, you know, I mean, they're not scared of rematches. It's just whether they want to take this one.
Yeah, I think they've been quite open about saying, you know, a rematch is there. It's up to Munguia now who wants to take it or not. So, so they said they're quite open to it. Yep. And again, this is boxing. It should always be about what the best fights are, what the fans want, and so I think that they're in line with that at least. Yeah.
And the feedback on social media, it was an absolute fantastic fight, and it was very, very close. You know, so a lot of people, you know, I think 48% of the people actually reckons it was actually a draw, and then obviously you got some people that thought Jaime Munguia won, and then obviously Hogan won it. But for the people on social media, it's a very active topic right now in boxing that they want to see that rematch. So that's really good for you and Jaime Munguia to try and make this fight.
Yeah. I believe that I mean, with everything that's gone on, it makes for one of the best matchups like that you could have all year. You know what I mean? Like in terms of interest, in terms of what went down, what's gone on. Every single interview I've done, this topic is just hot on everyone's lips. Everyone wants to know how I feel about it, what's going on, and I think all that sort of stuff all accumulates to make a brilliant rematch.
Where do you do it? Do you do it back in Mexico, or do you do it in USA or Australia or Ireland? Because a lot of people don't know, you're actually an Irish Australian.
Yep.
Where would you like to do it, or is it up to where he wants to do it?
I would like to do it in Australia, Ireland, even the States.
Yeah.
New York would be unbelievable.
Yeah.
New York would be unbelievable.
Yeah.
But anywhere in the States would be good, you know. I just want to get back in there again, you know. I literally feel like I won the fight, and I feel like I can adapt better than him. I've shown that throughout my last 4 fights, how well I adapt. And I can get back in, I can do an even better job again. So I'm just motivated for that, man.
Because there was certain stages in the fight where I felt, and I know my sport of boxing, he, between rounds 7 and 10, started to become frustrated, and you actually outboxing him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So maybe in their plan that they would have had it, that they would have got the knockout before then. And then after that, then they were like, whoa, we're not going to knock him out. They knew that. And then they knew I was outpointing him. I was going to go to the scorecards, and that's where the frustration comes from. Yeah. You know what I mean? He found himself, as I said, in deep waters. That's exactly what I said. Yeah. We dragged him in, and I thought I'd done enough to drown him, but the judges seen differently.
Your trainer Glenn Rushton obviously spoke about the scoring cards, and you guys obviously appealed for an official scoring review. Is that right?
Yeah.
And it came back a majority draw. Is that right?
Yeah.
It came back a majority draw.
Yeah. So one judge had me winning it, one judge had him winning it, 3 judges had it a draw. You know, and the funny thing about it is, the only judge, this is my own personal opinion, the only judge that had me winning it on that as well, and the judge as well that on the night had me winning the 12th round, had a draw, and the other judge had me winning. I felt on the 12th round I was so smart in terms of outpointing him. He was going to come out reckless. I knew that. I knew he knew he'd be down, and he would have been. He would have needed that round for sure. and he came out reckless, and then I just outpointed him. And on CompuBox, you can see it's my cleanest round, right? By 10 clean punches, I think I had 22, he had 12. And not just that though, I had more power punches than him, which are much more clearly visible to judges and everyone watching of cleaner punches to land. So that's how I feel, you know, no disrespect, I know that's how I feel. It was a stitch up because I clearly won the 12th round, and I didn't get that. So it was all given to him to make him the winner on that.
As a sport, that's bad for boxing, isn't it?
Very bad for boxing. I mean, people know.
I mean, how do we get people to watch the sport of boxing? A young Irish kid, take yourself back to the 90s when we were kids. Why would a kid want to watch boxing after watching Dennis Hogan get robbed in Mexico?
I mean, why would they? When they can go and you look at rugby, you look at all those sports where, you know, they can look back and get a fair decision. You look at something easier, and this is, you know, combat sports are the toughest sports in the world. Why would you want to go into one of the toughest sports in the world and know something like this can just happen? So, this is the reason why. I mean, I hate crying over spilled milk. Anyone that knows me,
but you deserve to.
Yeah.
Because when we've done interviews with boxers in the past, and obviously, and they go, oh, you know, he's a sore loser, he lost the fight. Well, hang on, it's not just you saying it. There's a lot of people that are from Mexico that are believing it's a robbery. So that's why we're trying to do the videos around trying to get this fight. So it's not just Dennis Hogan and Greg Rustin saying we got robbed. Everyone in the boxing community that's watched the fight and watched the fight live, but believes it was.
I mean, Munguia himself said afterwards, very uneasy.
He wasn't confident.
He said he thought it might have been a draw, which means you're in your own home country and all that. And
that's a loss.
You're the champion, and you feel like you're getting the close rounds. That was a loss. That he basically said in my words. But again, I wouldn't like. I hate the terms of whinging and all that. But I have an agenda, and my agenda is to let's do something about this now. Let's like, I love this sport. I know that this sport changes lives. It gives people direction in life. It gives people dignity. Third world countries. It takes people off the streets. It takes people off the streets even here. And like, this is a sport that will be dragged down the drain if we don't do something about it. So I'll cop it on the chin from a couple of people who think I'm being a sore loser or a whinger. I know you said I've not been. I don't feel like I am either.
Not at all.
But somebody's got to make a stand on this. This whole attitude of that's boxing needs to go. No, it's not that anymore. It's not about the powers that be. It's not about the money or who's going to be the biggest cash cow. It's about, let's make the fair decisions and give everyone a fair chance, and then that gives people back hope.